Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pernell Bobby, your AstroTherapist. I'm here taking a walk. We're going to talk about the Leo full moon. Happy Valentine's Day, you sexy mother. I hope you get everything you want. That's including lustful adventures, if that's where you at. I'm not in that boat. I actually never really make that boat on Valentine's Day. Like, I'm classically alone on Valentine's Day. However, I'm not, because I have you. You're my lovers. Honestly, you are what I love. And Leo, it is time to show out. I have a Jupiter and Leo in the 9th house. 9th house is the teaching house, okay? So it's literally about me showing up and showing out in all my creative ways. What I want you to look for on Valentine's Day today, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the astrology. I am gonna go live on the full moon itself. So I'm gonna save some of the scientific jargon to show you my screen on the actual 16th when the full moon hits in Leo. So for now, I want to talk more from a motivational standpoint on big dick energy. Okay, Leo full moon, the moon is in Leo right now, and it's big dick energy time. If you look back to August 8th, what were you doing? What were you creating? I highly recommend in this moment you look for photos, you look for your calendar, check your agenda, your journal, anything you can refer to August 8th. This was the Lion's Gate, okay, back in 2021. And right now, 2022, right here on Valentine's Day, up until the 16th, you're talking about the full moon in Leo. So all that 6 months ago manifestation is coming to pass now. And I promise you, this is very creative, passionate, even strong loving, which is great for Valentine's Day, right? Like, it is an opportunity to take relationships that may have started off as something non-committal and come into the full illumination what that looks like. Or it could look like some hard splits that have probably already happened within the last couple weeks, especially as that retrograde just finished in the beginning of February 3rd. So as that retrograde finished, as well as the 29th, the January 1, you might have already made some big cuts in your relationships. But what you do recognize is all of it was because you couldn't hold that weight anymore. That weight was stopping you from your creativity. And this is what I know it for me as well. When I think about it, I was in a relationship around the last full moon, on the last new moon in Lionsgate. Let's try not to get fucking hit while I'm recording. I'm crossing a big street. Ah! Okay, so I want you to show the fuck out. I'm telling you right now, this is big dick energy. So for me, like, I was putting out there like, yo, YouTube was my jam. I was under 1,000 at the time. I mean, I don't know where the hell I was actually at, but I was under 1,000 at the time. And what was coming from me was I was like, I want to monetize YouTube. And now I was like, I'm full time, literally. And I was full time prior, but I was more in the struggling artist stages. And it's like, I'm not struggling no more, mama. And so this is really dope. And I want you guys to own that big dick energy. You got to own as well the responsibilities that come with such fiery, bold, passionate, and what it takes to be regal, okay? What does it take to be the king? What does it take to be the queen? There are certain restrictions that are still going to be in play about what you need to do in order to maintain such a status, okay? So part of me was like, man, I got so much fire and creativity. I got so much stuff I want to push out, and I've been doing a lot of it, but I also have to maintain what allowed me to be in the position that I'm in, right? So if you're going to be sitting there pulling in, you know, let's say big dick rewards, everything about this is BDE. Point blank, period. Right now, this Leo full moon and what's working to it, we're starting to feel, okay? Because this past weekend that went by, Cancer was all about the feelings. Everybody was in their feelings. And you'd have had a lot of nostalgic moments. You'd have had a lot of old memories pull up, potentially even in your dreams, to try to show you some of these unconscious behaviors of yours. What were these these repeating behaviors? And some of it's gonna be tough. I could tell you, like for me, like some of the tough ones was, I had to recognize, like in relationships specifically. So y'all all wanna drive by right now? This is my show, okay? This is my movie. That's right, I want quiet. This is that Leo type energy. Everything is about you right now, ladies and gentlemen. Do you feel that energy? Do you feel that brightness? This Leo full moon is really the lightest we've felt since like prior to September, okay? Virgo season, prior to Virgo season. Because from Virgo to now, things have been dark. And in the last December and January, things have been heavy and serious and intense, as well as February, a little less than January, but still intense. You still got some authorities and some bosses that you gotta go ahead and apply and look up to. And you know, you still got some integrity to play out within this narrative of your true story, okay, your dramatic drama. Leo, right now, the full moon, I want you to look at where does Leo sit in your chart, as well as look back to what were you wishing for, what were you looking to manifest August 8th of last year, because this full moon is really where the magic begins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my absolute favorite couple days coming up, okay? Valentine's Day is my absolute favorite day coming up. Today I actually got on a call. For negotiations been going on. For a year and a half, I tried to get on one platform. I had 1 year where I actually was going through negotiations. And today I had my debut, okay, on this social emotional wellness app. You can check my community post and you'll see that I put the link. It's on a complete separate and exclusive application called Do You Mind? And today was the feature, and they asked me to come back to hopefully run a 8 series on astrology, okay? So another 8 episodes, 30 minutes apiece, to work and talk to people live teaching astrology. This is dope. There are no other astrologers on that app. Everything about the Leo new moon and you being the own character, the fucking #1 big dick on the show, is you being the only one on the show. What is your most unique expression? If you can answer that question, this is generally the area where Leo will sit in your chart. But you also have to understand and abide to Aquarius, the opposite, which says, look, in order for you to be progressive with this unique ability, talent, using technology, Aquarius, using the certain structures that are required, okay, Aquarius, very progressive and willing to switch up the routines, you have to check in. Where are you required to switch up the routine? Where have you been repetitive in your life where a little shock needs to shake you up? Okay, needs to shake up your foundation, needs to shake up your self-worth. So that person that you broke up with, it's like, look, honestly, if I'm being honest, like, you know, one of the best and most joyous moments, and I can't lie to you, like, I didn't fall into the stupid ass dumb trap that I've always fell into. But the thing is, you would have noticed something very different this time. Even when you fell into it, you weren't convinced. And I noticed this for myself. Even when I fell into the trap, I wasn't fully convinced. Even though I went for a full head of steam, I'm like, bam, I'm gonna come in there thing like bang. And you know what? My guys basically showed me, they said, look, sometimes you're gonna need to manifest obstacles in your way in order to put you right on the path, all right? So when you get rejected, whatever area you got rejected, think of yourself as a Leo, as an artist, okay? You are built to withstand the rejection. You are bold enough to go ahead and say, look, I claim my excellence. I claim my spot on the throne with this Leo full moon. You are the main character of your movie right now, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to think of yourself right now. I'm higher than Brad Pitt. I'm higher than Denzel Washington. Name any other actor. I don't give a fuck. In this space, in my unique space, I am #1. I need you to really own that big dick energy. And it's like, look, on the platform, right? It's like I could have been easily denied. This is my debut. This is my chance to go ahead and show them, okay, what is this about? Astrology being, at least in some of these communities around modern day psychology, being something where it's like, okay, is it fully accepted by the people yet? Leo is kind of like, look, I don't really give a fuck, because Aquarius on opposite side is in the future, right? So it's like, look, my creative talent, my creative abilities, and how I want to show up in the world as a teacher, okay, as an influencer, as somebody who is showing up with a bold, regal, honest presence, full of integrity, full of just that flair, baby. You feel me? Like that. I came outside today and I had neighbors that never say, 2 of them that never say nothing to me. I know they hate me because I be shaking my ass every morning listening to the music, and I know I be pissing them off, but it's not my intention. I gotta come out with my flair. Came outside today, I was like, yo, I'm showing the legs today, baby. I'm showing the legs. I'm showing the legs. You got to go out there with that flair today. And I came out exactly with that. This is the energy that you need to rock with on this Valentine's Day, leading into the full moon. I need you to go ahead and gain that momentum and start giving yourself a pat on the back already, because you know what? Even though things are still tough, even though there's still restrictions, even though there's still a lot of work to be done, all right? We still got to get through Pisces season before we really get into Aries season. Aries season when we really start popping off. But until you get to about March 2nd, you're going to start feeling that big major release when that new moon comes around. But it's still going to be Aries season until shit is on fuego. So right now, what I need you to do is take this Leo full moon energy and think about your character, okay? Think about what authorities are showing up in your life that is requiring you to switch up your presence, switch up your routine in order for you to stop repeating the same nonsense, okay? To stop being so non-committal in certain areas of your life. So again, Leo in my chart, let's say for Jupiter, stop being so non-committal and expanding and getting bigger and being larger than life itself. Jupiter and Leo is like larger than life itself, because Leo wants everything big and Jupiter is like, I want to blow you up, right? And so for me, that's in the 9th house. It's like publishing. Okay, great. Taking those creative steps on the book. It's like all these things are happening behind the scenes. I'm just trying to say this more so to give you prime example. Depending on your placements, drop it in the comments down below. Maybe I can help you out in the comments about how this full moon might affect you on a personal level, depending on how many of y'all comment. You know, go ahead, blow it up. But I'm gonna get back to everybody. I'm not that big yet. But the thing is, you gotta know where you are going. You gotta act like that person today. And so this is my full moon message for you, to kind of give you a couple little insights. With Saturn and Aquarius, what you want to focus on is what thoughts, this is my writing prompt for you. What thoughts communicate creative solutions, okay? This is Aquarius. I want you to type that, write it down as a prompt. What thoughts communicate creative solutions, okay? Secondly, what I would like you to understand is respect your boundaries, but with a compassionate firmness. That's what I wrote. Be very firm in what the boundaries are that you have, but be compassionate, okay? Understand that these spiritual breakthroughs, right? It doesn't come from being weak. You gotta step up. This is the point blank period. I want you to go ahead and claim your abundance right now with confidence, with, look, I fucking deserve this, all right? Honestly, when I went into that live today on this social wellness app, I came in there like I deserve this. You know, it's been 1.5 years. I wanted to be on there, 1 year of full negotiation, and I had to let go of a lot of people. There are two main relationships I'm thinking about in my life right now, where when these opportunities are coming up with this particular individual, each time I failed was because my focus wasn't enough on me. It was not enough on me. And Leo was like, put the focus on you. And I started putting the focus on me, and I started realizing how many were just trying to hold on tight because they felt the energy. They felt where I was going, and they were like, let me get a little lick of that energy. Let me ride that wave. And it's my responsibility to go ahead and be compassionately firm with my boundaries. And this is something that I had to learn. One of my repetitive behaviors was getting into different relationships without knowing what I wanted first. Okay, getting into relationships without knowing what I wanted first. Okay, getting into relationships without knowing my purpose and my direction for myself and creating my frame first. This is what was plaguing me the most. My routine around what I wanted, where I was going, my direction, it wasn't in line. So I was always going to fail no matter what the relationship was. But these are some of the things that switched up. These are some of my repetitive behaviors. And this little full moon got me feeling myself on this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is straight big dick energy. My next thing I want to have you ask is, it's the second writing prompt. What active steps can you take and will you take to strengthen a relationship with yourself? What active steps can and will you take to strengthen a relationship with yourself? That's my second writing prompt for you. Here's why. This is the thing we have to understand, all right, as I keep going on my adventure now, all right? Forgive the cheese. I came out with the trees. I was like, we gonna get that. We gonna let that sunlight hit my skin today. I want you to touch me, Mr. Sun. Touch me, Aquarius. All right, here we go. So Aquarius is what's happening with this Aquarius energy is like, you know, it is Aquarius season. Aquarius oftentimes trapped by fear, okay? And it's trapped by the fear of authority because, you know, Aquarius is dominant in Saturn, but it has to obey the rules even though it wants to be pretty much a wild child. It wants to be throwing in the shocks and surprises. It wants to throw wrenches in the plan, but only to make sure that the plan is progressive, to make sure that there's room to grow from the bottom to the top. Started from the bottom, now we're here. This is Aquarius type energy, okay? This is the opposite of what it requires. If you start from the bottom and you build your structures and from the top, from the bottom up, this is up, where the sun is at, in the sky, up. This is how you get to shine, okay? But the thing is, Aquarius is oftentimes trapped by fear because it's like a teenager in Saturn. It's home there, but it ain't Capricorn. Capricorn is like, you know, the aged, let's say the season. Capricorn is like the seasoned vet, okay? It's the seasoned vet in Capricorn. So it's like, look, I'm gonna do my due, I'm gonna cold, I'm dry, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna stay reserved in the areas that I need, I'm gonna maximize my energy, and I'm gonna use my resources in the best possible and efficient way. Aquarius is like, look, I'm out here, I'm just slanging that big dick energy as the opposite of Leo, being the big dick energy. So it's just slanging it from the root, okay, from the base, okay, of the extended clitoris. I'm wilding out today, and I don't care, okay? Y'all go ahead and comment it down there. Let me know how much I'm wilding. Yeah, cool. We're gonna do this though. This is my TV show. My show. Okay. And that's how you need to run it on this full moon. I need you to rock that energy, okay? So check out for the fear, especially the fear of authorities, okay? The next thing is understand that Leo doesn't fear the judgment. All right, this is what I had wrote down. Leo does not fear the judgment. Leo don't care about what dad says. Leo is like, I am the dad. You see these pants? These are the pants, these are dad pants. Okay? Okay, these are, Daddy is home. Meow, meow, meow. So listen, okay. What you're gonna then have to go through is the community versus being able to celebrate yourself, right? Don't get so caught in the community that you start to fear them, all right? What do I mean by like being able to celebrate yourself, all right? So I need to come on here and be bold enough and brave enough to talk about, let's say, sex, clit, big dick energy, okay? This may not be the norm. I don't know if I hear every, let's say, YouTuber talking astrology using these terminologies, dressing the way that I dress. This is where I feel most comfortable, truthfully. I feel comfortable. The thing is, you have to do this stuff with honor. You have to do this with integrity. You can't, if I came on here wearing what I wore because I thought it was gonna make me look cooler, that's not how it works, okay? And this is what makes me feel most comfortable. I like these specific glasses, I'm going to lie, because yes, I want to protect my eyes from the sun or my ring light if I'm in my room, but I still want you to see my eyes. I still want you to see through, so that it's like, for me, it's part of integrity. I don't really want to cover my eyes. So I like glasses like this, okay? So it's like, don't fear the judgment. You have to be willing with Leo energy to not fear the judgment, big dick energy. You need to be willing to do something first and be the only one to do it, and just know that everybody was gonna follow behind. So like for me with the social emotional wellness app, it's like, look, I'm the first astrologer on there. I look and I plan to lead that entire astrology department. Ain't nobody else. There's a whole bunch of psychologists. There's some yoga specialists, right? There's a lot of things, positive things, big players that I want to be a part of, straight up, part of their community. I really want to be a part of that community. With that said, I want my lane. I want my own big dick energy lane, okay? So there's certain rules I might have to get along board with. I gotta speak certain languages and yada yada. Okay, that's their platform. My platform, I speak how I want to speak. Great, but it's like within that, I need to be and I will be my complete and my absolute unique self. Which today I did exactly that. Set the tone up front. This is what I'm telling you with this Leo full moon energy. Set the tone of your character in your movie now. I'm not gonna come in here acting like I'm somebody different just to get the skit, just to get the part. I'm gonna act and I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be like BDE, BDE, woo, woo, BDE, woo, woo, BDE, woo, woo. Okay? Oh, this wind. You can't stop me, wind. It's pretty strong though, you feel me? I'm on the blow. Okay, here's the last couple steps I have for you. So when I say the community versus self, understand that you have to be the authority. Wherever Leo sits in your chart right now, I want you to look at it, I want you to comment it down below, and maybe I can help you out. I want you to think, how can I be the authority in this area? So for me, like I said, 9th house, teaching, the expansion, okay, bringing justice into the world. Jupiter wants to bring justice. Jupiter wants to bring, you know, humanitarian efforts. It wants to bring balance. It wants to, where's Jupiter exalted? It's exalted in Cancer, so it wants to bring a nurturing touch, okay? It wants to expand how it nurtures those who require justice, okay? Those who require truth. So you look at it like right now, the Super Bowl, prime example. This is like the Avengers for Negroes. Honestly, it was like the Avengers for hip hop. That was wild. You ain't never seen a hip hop show on the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is run by some of the most racist people on the planet, okay? They own so much, and they don't let black in other than for entertainment purposes because we can run and we can jump high. This is Leo big dick energy. I don't care. I said the truth, I'm speaking it. She could suck my thing too. She tried to run me over acting like she ain't see me here. She know I'm on this damn thing and she ain't no cars around. Should have kicked her car. That's BDE. So this is kind of like the Saturn and Aquarius part, still having to follow the rules. Like if I kicked her car, then I get in trouble, right? So it's like you gotta be able to be yourself, be compassionate and firm with who you are, where you're going, but you also gotta know where and how to follow the rules too. Like I can't kick her face in. And I don't really want to. Oh, I'm on one today. Oh, I'm on one. Somebody tripped me, somebody slipped me a Molly water. Okay, listen. So this is the last part I really mean about the community versus being able to celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself where you gotta celebrate being at the top of the mountain before you get there, okay? And you gotta let that be what makes other people follow your lead, okay? Nobody follows somebody who's following somebody unless they just don't know where to go. But when you know where you wanna be, you gotta start celebrating yourself today. Before I had the interview today, where I had my little 35, 36 minutes to shine or fail, I was already running laps in the cold. This morning, I swear to God, it was like a 40-degree jump. This morning was freezing. It was like 20 degrees, and right now it's like 65. Big jump. And I was already running laps, and I had my hands up like this, and I had my hands, both hands, while I was running, okay? Literally this morning. And I pumped myself. I was already celebrating my win. This is the BDE that you gotta have. Okay, this is the Leo BDE, and then you gotta let everybody else follow. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna let the other people follow that lead, follow that energy. But the key thing is, you gotta lead. You gotta be who you are. Listen, I want you to obviously press the thumbs up, press the thumbs up, press the thumbs up, press the thumbs up. If you're still here, drop a Leo sign, okay? And drop your questions about where Leo sits in your particular chart. I'll try to go ahead and give you some feedback. To give you a wrap up of those two writing prompt questions that I wanna have you write is, what active steps can and will I take to strengthen the relationship with myself, okay? What active steps can and will I take to strengthen the relationship with myself? And then the second thing I have for you is, the Saturn in Aquarius is, what thoughts communicate creative solutions? So you have to think about what is the problem right now in your life, and then think what thoughts communicate creative solutions. This is Pernell Bobby asking you to subscribe to my channel. I thank you so much. You're my everything. I really mean it. Like, you know, this is my dream. I'm dreaming, and this is amazing. I mean, I'm a black boy talking astrology. Sometimes it still blows my mind. And I went ahead and I celebrated that exact fact for years, with no attention, just focused on my craft. So I deserve all of this celebration energy. Ciao.